Alright, well my name's Graham Walker here. I am backstage at Leeds Festival with the main man himself, Melvin. Can you just give us a bit of a roundup? Tell us, I mean, we're obviously, we've had 3 days of it, been sensational in terms of the quality of bands we've had on it. But can you just tell us from your own point of view how the festival's gone?
To be honest, I mean, in the most dire conditions that you could imagine, the festival's gone incredibly well, actually. The fans are, every single one of them is a hero, every single one of them. The rain, the intensity of the rain at times, and yet, you know, band after band after band, they've been there, the fans have been watching them, whether it's indoor or outdoor. It just hasn't marred the festival at all. It hasn't hurt the festival, it hasn't hurt the spirit. The spirit's phenomenal, and you know, when you can feel that spirit, the festival goes well anyway, doesn't it, really, because the spirit keeps it going.
Well, I think the spirit of the festival is best summed up by one of the big local bands that have been playing this week, and the Sherlocks, after they performed to over 6,000 people last night, they pitched the tent with the fans and they've got muddied up.
Well, the thing is that in a way that is part and parcel of what it is, in a way, and I mean, the great thing about a lot of the, you know, we do make a point of sort of trying to bring local bands through. We're absolutely committed to that. I've been committed to that, you know, forever, and that's through all the way, not just through to give them the first start. If they keep going, you know, we want them to be the, you know, the future headliners. There's no question about that. But almost to a band, you know, all the sort of British bands have all been at Leeds Festival or Reading Festival. They've all camped as punters. So it's great that I didn't know the Sherlocks went and pitched up in the campsite. It doesn't surprise me. It's actually what my kids do myself, is they want to be in the public campsite. They don't want to be in the guest area or the VIP area. Anybody that thinks the VIP area is the place to be, I can tell you it's a bit more boring than the place out in the public campsite.
Well, I just want to reassure people as well, you're being honest about this. I mean, I thought you were 5-star hotel all the way, Melvin, but I've seen mud on your boots.
Oh, trust me, these are my second pair of boots. My first pair of boots I had to abandon because they were so muddy and so wet. There was more water, I think, inside the boots than there was outside the boots, to be honest. So I had to abandon them. I'm on my second pair today. No, I just, mud. Jesus, we're in Yorkshire, for heaven's sake, you know, and if you can't be among mud in Yorkshire, where can you be among mud, really?
Now, I know you can't promise the weather, but you can promise quality acts. Can you just name check some of the, and remind people who you've had on main stage this weekend, in Leeds and Reading, and any of your personal highlights?
Well, I guess, you know, I mean, the headliners really will always take the, you know, the sort of main attention, and rightly so in lots of ways. And, you know, we've had 5 headliners. We've really worked it through with, you know, the Chili Peppers, you know, Foals, Disclosure, Biffy Clyro, and Fall Out Boy. And every single one of them has been given headline status. What that means is that every single one of them really gets everything that they want in production values to be able to present their show. It doesn't become secondary to another act, and that has really helped to deliver. There's no question about it, it's helped to deliver, and they, without question, Chili Peppers last night in Reading, Biffy Clyro, you know, on Friday, and Fall Out Boy, you know, here in Leeds, Foals and Disclosure last night in Leeds. Foals, I guess, will always be, you know, a personal favourite. I adore the band. I, you know, really tried to work with them from when they were a baby band, and here they are headlining, you know, Leeds and Reading now. So from that point of view, that's a real personal favourite from of mine. Diane Vogt, I thought last night, yesterday on the main stage, and on Friday in Leeds on the main stage, incredible. Absolutely incredible. Anybody that gets the chance to see Diane Vogt, go, because you will be blown away. 21 Pilots last night in the Radio 1 NME tent. Jesus Christ, I mean, they take the drum kit out into the audience and start effectively playing the gig in the audience, on the audience's shoulders. The health and safety guy had a nightmare. Anyway, I put him back in his box and locked it so that he couldn't stop it, and it was just awesome, absolutely awesome. And literally across the board, you know, you mentioned the Sherlocks, you know, young act here, you know, Fighting Caravans, you know, played in the lock-up stage. Great crowd, great opportunity for them. They'll take that next step, I think, and Leeds should be doing that. Reading should be doing that. the festivals do it, and it pays dividends because the bands keep coming back, and the fans like it actually.
You're the man with the checkbook in his back pocket, and you've signed all this off. Do you think that people here have had good value for money this year?
Oh Jesus, yeah. I mean, I think if you think of the price of the ticket, I mean, and 202 quid or 205 quid, whatever it is. The amount of bands that you can see for that. I mean, if you think that, and this isn't a comment on Leeds Arena or Manchester Arena or whatever, but it's not unusual to spend 50, 60 quid or even more on a single band in one of the arenas. I mean, I don't know, I mean, there's 150 bands playing, 160 bands playing. You can't see all of 150, 160, but I tell you what, you'd probably comfortably see 25 bands during the course of the weekend. Certainly 25 bands for the course of the weekend. And actually, that's working out at a tenner a band or whatever, it's less. But you know what? Even that doesn't buy the spirit and the community and the vibe of what the festival is. That is as important as the bands that you see. And that really is, that's what a community of a festival is. That's what a festival is. It's more than just the collection of bands.
In terms of numbers, it just looks rammed. I've never seen it as busy. What can you give us an official total? Do we know how many people's been through the gates?
Yeah, it will be 85,000. I mean, certainly today is pretty much sold out at 85,000 people. It's Leeds' strongest year for many, many years. It's the festival's in great shape. I think the 5 headliners have helped. I think the Chili Peppers are clearly a big draw, but every single band really contributes. And I'd like to not just sort of thank the headliners, but thank every single band that's played at this festival this weekend, because everyone is of value. Everyone is genuinely of value to me.
And I always ask you every year, and you always say that you can't tell me, but I know that the fans have already got expectation levels about next year. I know you've already booked some bands for next year, so come on, Melly, tell me, give me the exclusive. Who's going to be playing next year?
Well, you've got the first bit right, and the second bit, which is that I've already booked some, and I'm not going to tell you. You were absolutely spot on, Graham.
I'm going to speculate a bit here. Arctic Monkeys, we reckon, are going to have a new album out. I know the Sherlocks are definitely going to have an album out. Maybe they might be here next year.
Well, I mean, I can take bets. If you want to put your money where your mouth is, I can take bets, but I wouldn't. I certainly wouldn't be putting my money on either of them to guarantee to be here.
Oh, right. Well, you've been as helpful as ever, Melvin. But what we can tell people is that tickets will be going on sale, won't they?
Yeah, tickets go on sale on Tuesday. We normally put them on Tuesday. I mean, give everybody a chance to to get back home and get washed and get dried, and sort of realise that there's a normal world out there as well as a festival world. So we put them on sale at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning. You know what? I think, come what may, it's great value. It's a great place to be any bank holiday weekend, rain or shine. And in America, they put on the tickets, the show will happen rain or shine. We don't need to bother that. We don't need to state that. It's going to happen, rain or shine.
So the one thing we can guarantee is that the Leeds Reading are here to stay, and that we just celebrate 18th anniversary here in Leeds. We've certainly got a long future.
Absolutely. I mean, this is... Every year is a joy. Every single year is a joy. Every single year just gets me more and more excited about presenting the shows, and every single year just gives me that chance to be able to say to people, come and have a great weekend. And people do. Across the board, people do.
When will you start telling people who are going to be playing here? When does that come?
I would say probably towards the end of November, beginning of December. I'll probably have a ticket price increase around that time, when I start releasing the names of the bands. And it'll be around end of November, beginning of December, I would say.
And just finally, Melvin, for all those people who have tramped through all that mud, including myself, what would you like to say to them directly into camera?
I would say every single one of them is a hero. Every single one of them, because I take my hat off to you, honestly. It's fantastic.
And Melvin, thank you for your time.